Hey everybody, I'm Chance Kirby with IRIC Real Estate, and this is the Pilot Point Residential Real Estate Market Report, and we're going to close out the year of 2023. Again, my name is Chance Kirby. I want to wish everybody a happy new year, and let's just get started with this report. First things first, where is Pilot Point? Here's a map of the Pilot Point School District. As you'll see, it is located on the southeast corner of the Lake Ray Roberts area. First thing we're going to start with is closed properties for the month of December. In the month of December, there were 14 closed properties in Pilot Point. Those sold at an average sales price of $187.86 per square foot, and that was 96.74% of their list price. Throughout this report, when I'm saying a residential property, how I'm defining that would be any property that is 5 acres or less. Moving on to how this month compares to last month, you'll see that December fell to 14 closings from 30. The price stayed roughly the same, within $1. To be honest with you, I think that's seasonal as much as anything. I've been selling real estate in Pilot Point now for 31 years. And you can always count on December being the slowest month. So I really don't think that that's something to be frightened about, that the number of closed properties is so much less than it was last month. I think that's just a sign of the time of year that we're in. I like to take that closed price of $187.86 and then compare that with the active listings, just to give you a representation of what that property might look like. The one that I found was 14,004 Calderwood Street in Pilot Point. It's listed by Jared Turner of Turner Magnum LLC. It's 1,491 square feet. They're asking $281,499. That comes out to $188.80 per square foot. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. If we look at the year-to-date, which I think is the most important of all the numbers, at the end of 2022, Pilot Point's average sales price per square foot was $217.96. At the end of 2023, it was $192.14. And that comes out to, our market has fallen from 2022 to 2023, 11.85%. I think the number one thing that you can point to as what led to this almost 12% fall from year to year would be the influx of new homes that Pilot Point has had. As we continue through this report, if you'll notice, new homes are just selling at price per square foot considerably less than existing homes. And when you consider the number of new homes that have sold in Pilot Point, it just can't help but drag down the market. If you take in all the communities around the Lake Ray Roberts area, which I count 8 of those, meaning Pilot Point, Tioga, Collinsville, Whitesboro, Callisburg, Gainesville, Valley View, and Sanger, only 2 of those markets are down for the year, those being Sanger and Pilot Point. And the difference in those 2 markets versus all the other markets around the Lake Ray Roberts area, those 2 had the most new home closings in 2023 of all the other communities. So there's definitely a correlation between the amount of new home sales we had in 2023 in those communities versus what the price per square foot did from 2022 to 2023. If we break it out over the past 5 years, just to take a look, 2022, of course, led with $217.96. 2023 is still out of the last 5-year window, and also I'm pretty confident in saying of all time, 2023 is still second, so we're still well above where we were in 2021. If we break it down, the month of December on new homes versus existing homes, 12 new homes sold in December for an average sales price of $178, and then 1 existing home sold for an average price per square foot of $189. And I was the one that sold the 1 existing home. Right here's an example of just what I was alluding to earlier, that new homes are just selling at a price per square foot that is considerably lower than what existing homes are asking and selling, and that's pulling the market down. And that's why, again, the market's down almost 12% in Pilot Point, and what makes it unlike any other area around Lake Ray Roberts. If we look at how this compares to last month, a little bit different. 77% of the homes sold in November were new construction at $183 a square foot. We're 92% this month at $178. And then they changed about, what is that, $5 per square foot difference. Actually went down $5. And existing homes were at $197 last month, and the one that sold was at $189, so within $10 there. If you look at just the number of properties that have sold, nothing compares to 2023. Again, I'm going to blame that on new homes. We're about to get to the Moberly count versus everybody else. It's just new homes are really going crazy in Pilot Point right now. We're having a tremendous amount of growth, and that's affecting the real estate numbers just pretty much in every category. Here's the interest rate, which I find interesting. It's been creeping up. This is actually this year reached a point that hasn't been seen since the year 2000. But it looks like hopefully we've reached our peak and we're starting to go back down. And that's a good thing. And then the Fed has given indications that they're even going to consider lowering interest more in 2024. So overall, I can't see that but doing anything but helping the market that we're in. Here's the Moberly versus rest of Pilot Point count. Started doing this in the middle of the year just because so many homes were selling in Moberly Farms, but we closed out the year. Pilot Point, the rest of Pilot Point actually won the race. 139 existing homes sold in Pilot Point versus 117 homes that just sold in the Moberly Farms subdivision. Now, if we turn to active listings, on January 3rd, there were 51 active listings in Pilot Point. They were asking an average price of $210.71 per square foot, and the average days on market is running at 66. If you break down those listings from new homes versus existing, 34 of those are new homes at $190 a square foot, and 17 of those are existing homes at an average asking price of $252 a square foot. And again, I hate to keep going back to it, but I just want people to know that when you look at, wow, how did Pilot Point's market fall almost 12% from year to year? This is why when I said new homes are just selling for so much less than existing, here's a $62 per square foot difference just in what's currently on the market. How that compares to last month, it's pretty similar. Price per square foot is same on new homes. It went from 26 new homes available to 34. The existing homes fell by 6. They went from 23 to 17, but the price per square foot went up from $236 to $252. Okay, that's it. That's your residential real estate report for this month, and that also wraps up 2023. Why don't you take a look at the QR code here on the screen. I'm doing a weekly email that kind of dives into what I show on these reports and point out interesting facts in the Lake Ray Roberts area, and that way you can compare one ISD versus the other ISD and see how things are going. So if you would, please click on that QR code and subscribe to my email. And that'll give you the opportunity to even learn more about the Lake Ray Roberts area. My name's Chance Kirby with IRIC Real Estate. And again, I want to thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next month.